Karma clap.
And welcome back to Gorgeous Pandemonium. I'm Gabrielle.
And I'm Charissa. We're so excited to have you join us for another episode where we dive into the big things, the little things, and all the gorgeous chaos in between.
So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's get into it. Hello and welcome back. This is episode,
20.
heck yeah, and we are joined once again with the fabulous Colton.
Here I am.
That was so cute and just like, oh, here I am. I love it. But we are going to be continuing our conversation from last week now. So let's just hop right in. Oh, and for those of
Do
you
it.
that forgot, our word of it was the
Yeah.
word of the day. Alas, here we are, and I was the only one who slid that in there at the end of last week's episode. But it is rapscallion is our word of the week again. So a very mischievous and questionable person, also like a rascal, a scalawag, or a scamp. So
Swiper, no swiping.
Exactly.
yes. So, with that being said, let's just hop right back into it, shall we?
Do it.
I'm ready.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Okay. So, where did we leave off last week?
Um, let's see.
I'm having
I'm
our
like, what are
guests
we?
tell me what are we doing
I'm
on
like,
what
what
are
did
we
we
doing
talk
with
about?
this?
I'm trying to think where
I
I
think
left
you
off.
asked the last question,
I think I did.
Gabby.
Shit. Oh, that's right.
What
Because
was
I went off the cusp. Off the cusp, is that
That's right.
the term? Because I was like, oh
Oh.
no, I was about to ask a question because we each picked certain questions.
Yes.
I was about to ask
Yeah,
a
you
But I
had
question.
thought
two
you were
more
talking to
questions.
me.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you
In that
did.
time, I thought you were talking to me.
Alas, I wasn't, Colton. It's not all about you. That's a
Oh
lie. This
God.
this weekend, last weekend it is 100%. Okay, so so okay. Sorry, let me buffer. Okay, so with how last week ended, we had just gotten through like your um what you wish more people understood about your experience, how your relationship with coming out evolved over time, as well as like the first person you actually came out to and what that moment was like for you. And I think there was one more. I think it was Trissa, correct me if I'm wrong, but it was what does living authentically look or feel like in your life right now?
Mhm.
Perfect. Okay, so that's what we covered last time. And so before we continue even further, um, off the cusp question here. So, Colton, is there a moment as you're living this beautiful, authentic, and true life for yourself now, is there a moment that you have felt deeply proud of yourself that you'd like to share?
Yes. Um, I had a moment, a lot like this when I did my first fashion show. I hope that is recent enough. I mean, that
Whatever
was
works.
still kind of a little bit, that was just honestly the first thing I thought of. Um, but I just felt so proud just because that was something that I think had been silently working towards. And it was also just such an outward expression of, okay, now that I'm where I'm at, I can now finally comfortably start sharing these ideas and concepts I have about fashion and how I am feeling it right now. And so I did it at a gay bar downtown. It's the Sun Trap. I did a show there um, for their Pride event, and I got to style fits. I put fits together. I did a collection of people who I made for stuff that I upcycled, and then a collection of people that I styled from secondhand clothing. And so it was just so fun. It was so queer. And that was like the first one. And that's where I remember I just was like, oh my God. And I did it with a business that I was working with at the time. Um, and it was just so fun. It was amazing. And then I've done a few. So I've done some there. And then I did one at Club Verse. And that one was the most performative one I've ever done. And I kind of want to shift and say, I think that is when I really felt like I had accomplished something because that was kind of the first one that I did fully on my own. Because the other shows that I did with a company that I was working for. And this was my first one that I had done like solo. Like it was just me producing the whole thing with the owners of the nightclub. And so I did the collection of clothing I did was spray painted over stuff that I had reworked. My inspiration was 2000s Balenciaga and kind of like 2000s Versace, where I was just pulling a lot of like skinny fits with pointed heels and like tight and baggy tops, but it all had like spray paint over it. And then I did it to the song. It was from Kesha's new album. Not like her most recent one, but I think it's called Only Love Can Save Us Now is what the song is called by her, and it is so good. And I came out on stage doing a back handspring because I can tumble. And it was kind of like a drag moment as well because I was also lip syncing the words. And then I was just really animated, but I had turned around, and when I had finally stepped off the stage and turned around, the models came out and did their thing. And then when they reached me, because there was a whole walkway that they did, I took them by the hand and I walked with them, and we walked together. And everyone was mouthing the words to the song. It was really like pop culture, sassy, fun vibes. And I had drag queens that were in drag wearing some vintage fits that I had styled. And and they walked in drag, and it was so fun. And that's when I was really like, it just really hit hard, and I definitely cried just because I was like, wow, I am expressing queerness. Like, I am finally like, this is like what I've been wanting to do for so long. I felt like. And everyone that did it was just so kind. Like the people who walked for me, because they were all just friends and people that I had met and over time. And it was just so spectacular. And so I just felt that was probably the most like, wow, I am proud of myself moment that I've
That
had in a while.
that makes me so happy. Like, that is so beautiful.
Thanks.
Oh my
I love
gosh.
that so much. Sounds magical.
Yes.
You just radiate queerness, and it just makes my soul
Yes.
happy. Oh, speaking of your fashion shows and all
Oh,
of
yeah.
that, Teresa and I have actually talked a few times about how we need to come into your new place of work and
Yes.
get a styling session with you.
Please. I would love that so much. I don't know if this is your vibe, but the owner of the store particularly has a lot of like Y2K goth punk rave vibes. So we have trip pants, we have demonia platforms. It's so spooky in there. It's so fun. And when I say spooky, I just mean it's like really gothic.
I
Um,
love that.
yes. So half of the store is all rave, and festival wear, and then the other half is secondhand consignment.
Nice.
I will style the both of you. It's so fun.
I'm here for it.
That would be so great. Yes.
Sincerely. Yeah, I'm here for it. So, my love, last question. Well, that's a lie. That's a very big lie of
That's okay.
questions.
So we're just starting.
Um, so I know that you've kind of hit on this in your other responses over the past, like last weekend and today as well, just now. But what brings you joy in your identity and community?
I when you asked which question I was looking for, I was going through the both of them, and I was like, I love them both, but this one really solidifies both, as in like what brings like what I think brings me the most joy is just being myself and doing the weird, quirky things, and just like embracing all the weird quirks about yourself is, I think, what brings me the most joy. Is just leaning into what you are gravitating towards. Um, and so that is what brings me the most joy right now. Really leaning into fashion. It's weird because as a kid, I thought I was going to be a civil engineer and design roller coasters for theme parks because I loved building and I still do love building. But I really leaned into that. And then I also had another dream of wanting to be in a circus and doing Cirque du Soleil because I did gymnastics for so long. And then as I came out, I have always loved fashion, but haven't really expressed it like I have now. And so I've just been following. I like basically what I'm trying to say is I feel like I still like I know what I want to do with myself now, but that's still kind of up in the air because of how much is going on and how much I'm changing every day, which is also just like kind of a scary thought. But it's just one of those things where I'm just like trying to gravitate towards what I am just interested in right now because I think that is what is probably the most powerful thing that's going to get you the farthest is by doing what you love. And so that's what's been bringing me joy now. It's not bringing me a lot of money by any means, right now at least, but it's definitely taking me mentally where I want to be. And that is what has definitely been bringing me the most joy right now. It's just by doing what I have been loving, which is also a really hard thing to do because life is a lot and really distracting and families, drama, emotions get involved, and it can just be a rough patch, girl. It can be pretty rough out here. But I feel like what brings me the most joy, yeah, is just by doing what I enjoy doing and just doing that step by step,
I love that. I think
day
that's
by day.
phenomenal.
Take it day by day. Yes.
Well, that's all we can do is take it day by day. Like,
Mm,
goodness.
Mhm.
exactly. Just finding time to bring yourself joy or finding whatever that is, for sure.
I love that. That makes
But that has been fashion and thrifting for me lately.
good.
Yes.
Beautiful
Yeah.
answer.
I love that. It's important to do what you love, and the goal
Yes.
obviously eventually would be to be able to, like, afford your life with it, but
I
I feel
know.
like it's the way that things are put downward. I don't know, again, these boxes of society, right? We're just here to work and pay for our lives, and that's not it. Like, you should enjoy what you do. You should, especially with where
Yeah.
we spend so much of our time, like, it should be something that brings you joy.
And unfortunately think we're in a system that doesn't support doing what you love
Not at
at
all.
all.
100%.
Not at all.
Yep,
Not at all.
yep.
Dang nabbit.
No, not at all. The system doesn't support shit. I mean, even like you said in the
No.
beginning, embracing yourself and like the weird quirks and stuff. And
Yeah.
I think that's so important, but it's also like it's so funny because we we all have those. Like we are all like
Yeah.
what is normal? But
Mhm.
society
Right.
puts out this like we have to be, these
Mhm.
hoity-toity standard people, and we can't be rapscallions. I don't know, I'm trying to throw it in there. But, like, we can't be our own people, right? Like, you can't do this because it's weird or whatever. Like, I've said, that I mean, this is specifically in regards to, I guess, overall, but I've said in multiple episodes, I am convinced there are no neurotypical people out there. There are like, we
No.
are all different, weird as fuck individuals, but we just have to, like you just find your people that you can embrace it with.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my soapbox.
Yes. I love that, and I'm actually so glad that
Love
you
that.
brought up what you, Colton, had said
Mhm.
at the beginning of last week's episode about, like, just, like, being yourself and all your weird, and you even called it cringe. But we have to
Yeah.
remember, like,
Yeah.
everything is cringe until we succeed at doing whatever it is we're doing, because as soon as you take off with your fashion or whatever your heart wherever your heart takes you,
Yes.
whenever that takes off, it is no longer cringe, it is, uh, it there's a word that I'm thinking of. It's more than inspirational because it's, like, almost like an invention
Mhm.
that, like, propels you into it.
Mhm.
Do you guys know what word I'm thinking of? You just can't think of it either? Is that no? No?
No, but I know
Okay.
exactly what you mean, girl. I read that.
Well, here we are. Like, shit, but, like, I I am so glad that you're in the cringe and that you're living it and
Yes.
you're allowing yourself to experience it.
Yeah, girl.
I feel like I feel like there is a lot of us out there right now that are embracing the cringe within ourselves. Like, I know I'm
Yes.
doing it on social media. Like, I hate half of the videos that I'm doing, but I'm like, I need to get out there. I need to get myself going and doing all of these things or whatever. Not because I want to be TikTok famous, but like just share my story.
Right?
But yeah, like I think that that is such a beautiful thing is that like embracing the cringe for sure. Um, do you guys feel complete on that piece?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Did you want to go? I feel like I've been talking a lot this time, Teresa. Do you want to do you have any comments or anything? Because I've got my notes. I don't know if you
I
took
just
notes
went
as
on
well.
my soapbox.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. 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 Here I go again.
Go for it.
Okay, so last week you had said you had talked about um how you started planning your coming out while you were on your
Yes.
mission, while you were serving your mission. Can we dive deeper into that? Is that okay?
Yes, diva.
Let's do
So
it.
yeah, I it's so weird because randomly as I was serving, this is so crazy to talk about because when you're serving a mission, at least like my experience of that was I served knowing I was gay. I did it because one, I wanted to get the hell out of here. But two, I really was curious about the religion. And I was like, I was doing as I was told. I never did anything obscure because I was definitely feared into just not doing anything. And so I just played that role. I mean, I say role, but I mean, I've always been a kind guy. And so being younger, I just did what I was told and I just listened to the adults around me and that's how you know what I mean when you're a kid that's how you learn. And so I served because I just wanted to know if this truly was the, like, true religion, and I was like, "Well, what a better way to find out than by actively putting yourself apart for 2 years to really help solidify that." And I'm just gonna comment that that age is still so young to serve. I served at 19, and that it's just like there is no way that any 19-year-old is really understanding the depth of what they are truly trying to teach. I don't think they truly understand and get it, no matter what kind of revelation you receive by whatever you feel. I just think that that is such a young age. I had to get that out there right now. But anyways, so as I was serving, um, again, I just did what I was told, and that's how I figured stuff out. And so throughout my mission, I had a lot of random, like very intrusive thoughts, and they would appear randomly. They would go through my mind as I was walking, like with my companion to like appointments. Sometimes during lessons, I would get intrusive thoughts of like, this is not your forever. That specifically would always run through my mind. And I just always knew, kind of, I just always knew, but I didn't know because I was also, at the same time as I was talking, I would get in the rhythm of things, and energy can flow. And I just really felt like I was when I finally felt like I was able to communicate so thoroughly is when I felt like I was, you know, talking divinely through the spirit or whatever. I would also get the intrusive thoughts of like, this is not your forever. And so I just eventually, but then I would always like not necessarily shoot them away in my brain, but I would just let them sit and I would never immediately shoot it out. And then I eventually would until I had it again. Um, which is just so crazy to think about because it's like, wow, like I guessed that before I even came out. But it was just weird because I would get those thoughts and then but I honestly at the same time I could have never seen myself fully removing my records from the church or even leaving the church. Like on my mission, that was also I would hear that voice, but I could never fully imagine myself doing it. And again, I think that was the fear, like really setting in of like that is not going to be your reality kind of a thing. But that is just kind of how I knew, is because I had those intrusive thoughts, but like all throughout my mission. And then I planned coming out by basically just manifesting it. Now that I think about it, I just saw myself coming out while I was on my mission after having served. I knew I needed to complete it first because that is just something I felt like I just dedicated my time to it and I wanted to fulfill that dedication. So I did, and then cuz I just wanted it to be done. Maybe that was the Capricorn in me being like I committed to this thing, I'm going to fucking do it, and then I need to figure out what the hell my reality is. So like, and this is also at the time it was like this is going to give you time to figure it out as well and give it the shot that because as a kid that's just what I grew up learning. So I gave it enough credit at the time to be like I'm going to figure this out in this given time. And if it is not it, then it is not it. So those were kind of my terms with that. That's it.
Damn. Damn. Sorry, I'm just writing a little note here real quick.
Yes. I just had those inner voices that were like, this is not your forever.
I'm sure that that was powerful, but I love that you remember that. And it's interesting to, like, look back and remember those things and kinda see where you're at now.
Yes, totally. Exactly. Because I mean, I was just going to say, because that's what ultimately just led to me leaving. Um,
Mhm.
if I can dive into that now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hell
Go
yeah.
for it. Floor is
Um,
yours.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that just ultimately led me to leaving the church and wanting to just remove everything, which I got to the point where so I stopped going and I just was basically a less active member after coming out. And I definitely was also committed at the time of coming out. I was like, I'm not going to religion. I'm not turning to religion. This is not helping me. This never helped me do anything. And it's just, I mean, it obviously, I guess, shaped me as a kid, to be a good human. And like the lessons you learn from that, I don't take those back by any means, but it just definitely didn't serve me at all. And it wasn't serving its purpose at all, which I think what we talked about earlier, if it brings you happiness, great, but it was just not bringing me happiness. It was bringing me so much anger and sadness and anxiety and just mostly anxiety, I think, because I think that religion is really good at implanting conformity into you because church has to be conformative. The second there is a combative question to anything, it is like all eyes are on you. Like it is just insane. But anyways, I had definitely reached my point of done when I read that BYU I saw an article come through and it was about BYU taking out their pride resources out of their what is it called when what's your first year of college called? The new students freshmen?
Freshman?
Yeah. They took out of all the freshman packets that you get when you enroll, they had a book of resources for like queer housing and like that a group had put together and BYU took those out of the of those booklets. And so so just anyone in that year didn't get that pamphlet of resources. And they also didn't tell the group that made the booklet, they didn't tell them about that prior either. They just did it. And so, as weird as that sounds, it just angered me because I think at the time I was also more of college student age. And I just didn't, it just did not sit well with me because they're all my age. And I was like, this is so terrible that these humans are just not getting the resources that they need from a school and institution that just thinks that they are so evolved into today's society. And yet here they are snatching pamphlets out of these booklets. And it is just so terrible. And I just felt so bad for those kids. And I mean, we have internet and we figure things out. But again, I just thought that was a little shady. So at the time, that just really angered me. And I was like, I can no longer be a member of this. This is so tragic. And so I looked up online on how to do it. And I found a resource that basically just said if you want to remove your records, send an email. Um, and just basically be stern about it and just say that you don't want to be contacted, all the things. And so I found the link. I think a friend had sent it to me. I got a link and then I copy and pasted the layout and then I just typed it myself because I wanted to tell the bishop at the time what it was that I hated and just what was so and I wanted to tell him about that moment. So I typed up the email and I have it ready. And I definitely want to read it because this was at the time just basically everything that I wanted to get out to him. And this is how I left. Okay, so I said, I have put much thought into this email and how I wanted to send it. After having served a mission and diving deeper into the plan of salvation and the church's doctrines of eternal life, I no longer have comfort and peace remaining in the church any longer. Finally, being comfortable in my own skin after 22 years of hiding my sexuality, the church no longer has a role in my life. I have put much thought and meditation into this decision as I would like to formally resign from the church, and it is effective immediately. It said, "Girl, you do this or else." um, I would like to no longer be held accountable of church laws and disciplines as I am an openly queer individual. He said, and I'm hot while I'm doing it. Um, I understand and have a clear mind doing so and wanting to remove my records. I am aware that the church handbook says that my resignation, quote, cancels the effects of baptism and confirmation, withdraws the priesthood held by a male member, and revokes temple blessings. I do not want to be visited by missionaries, you, or by any member of the church, as I would like this to go into effect immediately. I would also like this to be held promptly, with respect, and with full confidentiality. The only contact I am expecting after this email is some sort of confirmation that this action has been completed. I do want to write some thoughts of mine that have made me want to do this. There are many things I do not agree with the church, as it goes far beyond the saying, the gospel is perfect, the people are not. At the end of the day, my natural desire to love is withholding me from an eternal salvation. I no longer believe that. That is, however, what is being preached. There are many reasons why I'm leaving. However, these are the ones I am most passionate about and cared enough to share with you. I do not believe in the roles of the family, gender roles, etc. The idea of what a man and a woman is according to these roles and what the prophets have said is extremely damaging and does not uplift those who are outside of this identity. I do not believe in Joseph Smith and the doctrines behind the Book of Mormon. Period. I do not believe in the law of chastity, as I have gained a deeper testimony and love for my body after having sex rather than abstaining from it. I no longer live by this type of body shaming and manipulation. I do not believe in the doctrines of the plan of salvation, as it has felt like I have been strung along a path of pray, pay your tithing, marry a woman, come to church, and it will all go away type of mentality for something that is so incredibly natural. I do not believe in the word of wisdom, as everything categorized in that teaching is just a type of substance to me. I do not fear them. I do not believe they were divinely separated by God to abstain from. Anything can be abused. I do not believe in the laws and ordinances of the temple and its ceremonies, as they are also very damaging to those who don't fit in the identity or box of those doctrines. I do not believe in these doctrines. At the end of the day, what brings some people happiness, quote, the ones the doctrines apply to, brings and serves everyone else outside of it depression, anxiety, etc. The idea of an eternal family is beautiful if it works for you. The idea of exaltation is nice if it works for you. However, I will not manipulate myself into following church laws and ordinances with the hopes that one day it will work for me. That is the reason why suicide rates are so high in this state due to religious trauma and queer individuals not feeling accepted. It's a serious problem, and I will not remain a member any longer. I have lived a life of the church feeling like I am a problem because of these doctrines and teachings. Now that I am older and have more experience studying these teachings and seeing the effects of them firsthand, I no longer want to be a member of the church. I have found much more joy being outside of this organization rather than hiding and running away from me and feeling shameful for who I am while being inside of it. This energy no longer serves me and I have moved on. With that being said, I do respect you, the members of the church. By any means, I basically was just like, I will like love and support my friends and family, but I will no longer be part of it myself. And then I just ended it with, lastly, I wanted to repeat, I do not want to be visited by anyone. I gave this 22 years of thought and I am done. I expect the same respect back. that I have given in regards to receiving a confirmation that this has been done. Sincerely, Colton.
Colton,
My
shut
goodness.
up. I loved that.
Wasn't she fierce?
Seriously.
She did the whole damn thing and did it again.
Yeah, she did. Girl.
Like, there's a word for
Pardon
people
my
like that.
laughing through that, but just thinking back on it now, it's just kind of funny.
No,
But
I honestly figured that you were, like, laughing because like,
it's
for
so good.
me, it
Yes.
would be like a laugh or a cry moment, and I'd much rather
Yes.
laugh while I'm on a podcast than,
Same.
like,
Same.
cry while I'm reading something, so, that's what I figured was happening.
Exactly.
You're just a modern day rapscallion, aren't you?
I Girl, oh, I was gonna say this was stallion of me.
I love it.
Rapscallion, if you ask me.
Okay, so I do have a quick question about your
Yes.
letter because I feel like I might have misunderstood something that you had said.
Oh, yes,
Hold
okay.
on.
You are glowing.
I
Yes,
am just
diva.
so full of joy right now
You are.
that it's just coming out of my pores. Okay. So you had said
Yes.
during your in your letter, and sorry, I'm gonna repeat myself for a second because I need to
You're
get my
okay.
brain back into that. So you had said while you were reading it that you mentioned that you looked hot doing it. Did you put that in your letter?
No, but no, I wish I
Oh, you
did.
should have.
Oh, I thought you did.
I was so excited. I was like over here like dancing about it. Like, heck yeah.
You look
Of
hot.
course you did. Oh man.
Nope, I should have. No, at the time, I was just so angry, girl. This was angry Colton coming out.
You I am I'm proud that Angry
Yeah,
Colton came out, not like
it
I'm proud that you
was.
did what was best for you, but like I'm proud that you did not bottle that up and just brush it away.
Yeah,
'Cause like
same.
for a lot of people, they do just brush it away. Like even
Mhm.
so when I left the church, I like I told you earlier, like I had a I'm so sorry, my camera is freaking me out. What's happening? Well, here
There
we
you
are.
go.
Apparently, sorry about it. Well, now I'm just super pasty right there. Okay. So I like for me, it's like when I had my name removed, I went through like a lawyer who did it for free. So I
Mhm.
didn't have to deal with any of it. It
Right.
was I was done. I am no longer part of this. It does not I haven't been living it for years. I'm not here for whatever. I was in a, homosexual relationship at the time, like, I think I was engaged at the time. I wasn't quite
Oh.
married yet, but, like, I was about to be married, I don't need to and I was like, "I don't want myself to be part of something I don't believe in." So, that's when I but, like so my thing was, like, I don't wanna have to, like, explain myself to anyone. I love that Angry Colton explained why and pinpointed, "This is bullshit. This isn't for me. I don't like this. It doesn't make sense." That's not scary. That just doesn't that's not it for me. Like,
Yeah.
I love that you were able to do that because, like and,
Yes.
like, it's different for everybody.
Right.
Anyone who decides to leave the church, like or any church,
Yes.
it's personal. It's just like coming out, right? It's
Mhm.
very personal and it's very unique for everyone. And like where you were so passionate about it and I was just like so
Yes.
passive, I was just like, no, thank you. I don't
Right.
want to. Cause like there are like cause I believe you, and I can edit this out if you would like me to, but you had said you sent that
You're
to your
okay.
bishop, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. So that went like directly to like your person, like your
Yes.
head honcho locally
Yes.
in your ward,
Received that.
where mine I hadn't gone to church in forever. I don't know who the bishop was, so I had
Yeah.
the lawyer sent it to the records department, and that was that. So,
Hell yeah.
there are different ways that to leave an organized religion if you're looking to do that. So, if you're
Absolutely.
not, cool, you do you, whatever makes you
Yeah.
happy. Like, we're not here preaching people to leave anything that they don't wanna leave, like,
Absolutely not.
just if you're happy, we're happy for you. Just please don't preach it over here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not trying to defer anyone away from any religion either. I just love being raw about my experience.
We're all about raw dogging it and
Yes.
over here
Yes.
with the gorgeous pandemonium.
That's so important, though. It's amazing, like, everything that you the way that you worded it, um, and got it out because, I mean, kind of like I think what you both are saying is with it being a personal thing, some people can just kinda step away from that or brush it off, but to get it out and to know that, like,
Yeah.
not only did you get it out, but you got it out to a specific individual as well, I think that's so powerful, and, like, you hit on so many important parts, and it's also, like, sometimes when people are angry, it's not like, there's not always the most thought put into it, right? It's like, "Fuck you and fuck this, and this is stupid, and I'm done." But, like, there was, like, so much
Yeah.
detail and so many things, like, really put into that. It was just yeah, I was very impressed by that. It was really good.
Thank you. I just again, that was like my way of getting on top being on top of it, or just being on top of what I was afraid of for so long. And so that felt really good.
Yeah, I'm
And I
sure.
just wanted to do it in a way of like, I wanted to be thorough. I did. I wanted to be really thorough and specific with my intentions of what I wanted to communicate
And I think it was
with all
beautiful
those
that you were
points.
also oh, so sorry, I didn't mean
No,
to
that was it.
cut you off.
No, that was it.
Okay.
You're good.
I also thought it was really beautiful that you, as you were being so thorough, you kept letting them know, "This is not something I'm taking lightly.
Yeah.
I have thought this through for 22
Yes.
years. I have thought this through for a while. I understand. I have weighed my options. This isn't for me."
Yeah.
And I love that for you.
It definitely felt like something I needed to do at that time for sure. I yeah. I It was a good boost too out of it.
I'm sure. I love it.
It
I also
was.
love that you, like, not only put in there things that you don't believe and or why, but also, like, what you have gained from
Mhm.
doing the opposite of that or, like, going your own way with
Mhm.
that. It was very beautiful.
Yes. Yes, I wanted him to know that specifically as well. Hell yeah. And then it was he then said it was very quick as well. It was, I won't read it word for word, but he sent me 3 paragraphs, and it was just like, "In receipt of your letter," he was like, "I can tell that you've put a lot of thought into it." And then he was like, "I'm saddened to hear this information." Um, and then he said, "I will move forward with this expeditiously for you." Um, was still kind of a little bit of a bishop of, just, um, trying to get me back. He
Mhm.
said one thing, what did he say? He said, let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to find it. Oh, okay.
You're
He
fine.
said, he said, "One thing I do believe with all my heart is that the Savior loves each of us and he wants us to be happy and he desires for our lives to be filled with joy." And I just wanted to say that I was like, yes, like we're getting there. Like, he's yeah, at least, he's just being a bishop, but he's doing it for me, and that is all that I could ask for, honestly.
So I know that, like, last week we had talked about how he had made a comment about when you like, when you had come out to him, he had made that comment about, like, support groups or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
What an incredibly forward-thinking bishop to be able to hear you,
I know.
see you, and make a comment like that. Make the comment of, "The Lord
I
just wants you
know.
to be like, wants our lives to be filled with joy." You're damn right. You're damn right, Mr. Bishop, sir. That is exactly what any part of the universe or God or whatever, like, that's what's taught, is that it's supposed to be joy and love and to be Christ-like. And Christ was not a hater.
Not
He
at
loved
all.
everyone. He loved the whores. He loved the he loved the he loved the gays. He was a big fan of the gays.
He is gay.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
I believe that wholeheartedly, girl.
Wholeheartedly, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
My spicy little take on that is I'm like, especially the idea of God, I'm like, if God invented the true feminine, the true divine feminine, and the true divine masculine, and you're a man, that does not add up. If you invented femininity, you're not a man. Sorry.
And
You
that is why
are
God is a woman.
exactly. What I was gonna say, if anyone has no gender, it's God. I'm just like,
Exactly,
you are
that's
what
for
you
sure.
create. Like,
Mhm.
if you invented femininity, you're not one thing. You're not just masculine. You're also that.
You're all with
I love that.
everything. We're all
Yes.
one, man.
That's so valid.
That was
Yes.
beautifully put. I loved that.
Uh-huh.
Goodness. Okay. Trissa, did you have any comments that you wanted to make to this piece that we are covering right now?
Um, no. I mean, I agree with everything you're saying. Nothing else specifically.
Okay. Colton, was there any other pieces that you wanted to add to what we've got going on right now?
No, not all.
Okay, cool. Because I would like to jump back to a different conversation if that's cool.
Yeah.
If you guys are
Notes.
complete. I've got my notes, you guys.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so when you were talking about like planning your coming out on your mission and stuff,
Yeah.
you kept saying you had this feeling of this is not my forever. Babe, welcome. This is so beautiful that you brought that up
Yes.
because that is such a that knowing within yourself of this isn't it. It's not the worst thing in the world, but this isn't it. This is not
Yeah.
what's meant for you in the long run. And that is so
Yeah.
beautiful and like understandably so. You were serving your mission, so you did try to push it away kind of for a while,
Exactly.
but you got it. You started listening to your intuition and so I met you right before you left for your mission. And then and like you've always been like a happy guy,
Yeah.
but you could tell there was just
That's
something
sweet.
like you were kind of like dead in the eyes a little bit. I love you. But like there was something missing. There was something so missing. And then when you came back and then wow, when everything started moving for you and you came out and you're the joy,
Yes.
like your eyes glowed, your body glowed, like you were a
Yes.
force and you are a force now. And I'm so in awe and I'm so glad that you listened to your knowing. 'Cause you're pretty dope, dude.
Thanks, girl. Oh, I love you, Gabby. I
I love you.
truly feel like, yeah, I mean, same. I was just scared. When you met me, that was like just a scared version of myself. I
And
was
that's
just
valid.
scared. That is like all I
Well,
can
the
think of.
world is okay. I'm so glad you said that because
But
that I have a so I was on the TikTok today because as we all know, that's what I do, right? Like I'm always on the TikTok because I can't help myself. I'm addicted. It could be worse. It could be meth. It's just social media, you guys. Um, but on my For You page or whatever, a quote came up and it was, "Don't be afraid, just be aware." Because things aren't
oh,
scary, like they are, but they're not.
right.
You just need to be you don't need to be afraid of anything. You need to be aware of it. Are you clutching your pearls, Charissa?
No, sorry, my throat was making noises. I didn't know if y'all could hear it, so I'm muting.
It's like, "Are
Didn't
you
think it fit
clutching?"
our vibe. My pearls. No,
I love
I don't
that.
clutch my pearls.
Not not normally, at least.
No.
But to speak to what you were saying about how you were just so afraid, like, I
Yeah,
that's totally valid. I wish that someone had told you back
right.
then not to be afraid, just to be aware and to be you. 100%.
Yeah,
Dagnabbit, but here
yeah.
we are, and
It's a lot of
like, I'm
pressure.
happy that we're here, and we're here now, and that's all that matters.
It's fair.
Exactly.
I'm so
Hey.
far. I just wanna say really quick,
Uh-huh.
I know that obviously I don't know you as well as Gabby does, and I haven't known you, like, as long as and we haven't interacted as much, but you really are such a force, and I don't know if you know, like, what you put out, and your joy, and just I mean, being able to be around you and seeing you be yourself, even in, like, the small capacity that I have, is so beautiful, and I want you to know that, like, I've literally talked about you to other people because I'm like, it's just so like, just being around you
Yeah.
and seeing you and yeah, it's just you really are a force, and it's so beautiful that you are at this point in your life where you truly can, like, be happy and feel that, and especially because I know you said it's been, like, 5 years since you came out, right?
Yeah,
So I feel
yeah,
like time is, like, I don't know, different to everyone, right? But being able to lean into that truly, I think sometimes it still takes people a little bit to, like, get their footing. And I know that you've said it's a
yes.
journey, right? And you're still coming to terms with that. But I feel like, I mean, you're in a really good spot, a beautiful spot, and I love that you're continuing to grow. Um, but yeah, I hope that you know that. Even people that,
Thank you.
maybe are not super close to you see that now. Of
Thank you so much.
course.
I definitely feel, yeah, I really do feel that, like, especially emotionally, I am doing so much better than just because all I knew how to do was to hide.
Yeah.
And now I'm not doing that. I mean, I've evolved from not being afraid of things. I think newer ones have arrived now that I've gotten older.
Yeah.
That I think is inevitable. Fear is inevitable, but yeah. Anyways,
It's fair. I love that. Thank you so much for pointing that out too, Teresa, because I you're so right. You're so on point like always. I do have 2 more points, and then we can let you go.
okay,
Oh,
no worries.
unless Teresa has anything else as well, or if you have anything else.
I'm okay.
Okay. So, I'll do the quick one first. So, Colton, have I talked to you about Untamed yet?
Untamed. No.
Okay, it is my all-time favorite book by Glennon Doyle. Read it. That's all. That's all you get is it's my all-time favorite book. Changed my life. Please read it.
It's really good. It's really powerful.
It's super powerful.
Damn. Okay, girl. Who's it by again?
And then report
Glennon
back.
Doyle. What'd you say,
Okay.
Teresa?
I
Then
said
report
report
back.
Oh,
back.
yeah. Yes, please do.
Untamed by one more time. Sorry.
Glennon Doyle.
Got it.
I have a
Okay.
copy if you need to borrow it. Or if you wanna do, like, an audiobook, that's cool too, because she reads it herself, and that's amazing.
Yeah, it's on
Cheers.
Spotify. That's how I listen to it.
It's my favorite. It's on
Yeah.
Spotify?
Mhm. That's how I listen to it. I'm so sorry you didn't know that.
I had to get it on Audible.
I originally was listening to on Audible, and then I stopped paying for Audible, and so that's why I went so long between listening, and then I found out on
Oh,
Spotify in March.
freaking Spotify is killing it everywhere. I love it. Thank you, Spotify, because that's where
Yeah.
we mainly
There's a
stream.
lot of yes. Yeah, there's a
But
Yeah.
for
lot of
those that are
audiobooks on there,
not
I didn't realize that.
Spotify, like, hello, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Yes. Yeah, we're not just on Spotify anymore.
Not anymore.
Yay.
Okay, last thing. So you had said while you were speaking, you had said you couldn't imagine yourself removing yourself from the records, from the
Mm.
church records, right? Do you feel like you were able to see yourself living fully and authentically as you are now back then? What did that look like to you?
Ooh. Um, no, I had no idea. I had no idea. Honestly, I had no idea. I just knew that it would bring great change, but I didn't quite know what that looked like yet, just because I knew I wanted better fashion and I knew I wanted to express myself how I always wanted to express myself with my clothing. But all I really dressed like, because I was so scared to dress like anything, my default was just like a Ralph Lauren plaid with like denim jeans. I always dress like classy, kind of preppy, but that was it. And so at the time, I had no idea. I just knew that great change would happen. And so by the time it finally happened, then I donated all my clothing and started thrifting. And that's when I really started to invent what I wanted to be. Um, but yeah, I had no idea what that would have looked like, though. I had no idea.
What a beautiful surprise.
Yes, absolutely.
That is beautiful. It's like, it's so great to know that it's gonna be better, that it could be better, but, I mean, that's such a valid point of, like, you don't know what that could look like.
Yeah, I just knew it was going to be better once it happened. Once I came out, I was
Yeah.
like, I knew it was going to be better for sure
So that's that.
in one way, shape, or form.
So, so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy. This has been wonderful.
It really has.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being here with us. This was phenomenal.
Yeah, I loved sharing the story. I loved being vulnerable, um, a little bit, basically the whole thing. And I loved just sharing my thoughts. I've been wanting to get those thoughts out for a while. Usually I'll put out some thoughts when I make posts on Instagram, and I don't post as much anymore. Um, but anyways, that's that.
Okay.
I love everything you shared. You've
Thank
definitely
you.
been vulnerable, which we really appreciate, and love
Yes,
that you have felt comfortable sharing that and getting it out. It's important stuff, and I know that it's
yes.
going to help people. I mean, you've inspired me in different ways throughout this conversation, so I just wanna say thank you.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Well, on that note, does everyone feel complete?
Yeah,
Is
I
there
feel
any
really
other
good.
truths? Like, okay. Well, all right. That is a wrap on this week's episode. Thank you so much for joining us in the chaos.
We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe, leave us a review or a comment of your favorite moment or what you'd like to hear next, and share it with your friends.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for more gorgeous pandemonium throughout the week.
Until next time, keep embracing the madness.
We'll see you.
Next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.